initially, I underestimated the difficulty of the audition process at first. So, the first audition proved to be challenging, resulting in rejection. And yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, in the first audition, I was rejected. And I was pretty sad at first, but then I decided to try again for a second audition. But then I faced rejection once more.
Oh God, ye kab hua? And then?
Yeah, that happened. And even in the third one, I guess I was rejected. But when I went for the fourth one,
So recently, we got transferred to Jaipur, and I got admission in a new school, which I'm pretty used to by now because my father's job is like this. I've been like shifting locations since my childhood, so I've like gone to multiple schools. So nothing new for me. It's my first day of school. I'm sitting in my classroom, and I was waiting for the class teacher to address me and let me know things. So a few minutes later, my class teacher entered. She told me everything that I need to know about the school, and in the middle of that, she shows me a form, asks me whether you want to participate in annual day or not. I said yeah, why not? Sure, I would like to participate. So I asked, what's the annual day about? She said, it's about Aladdin.
Do you trust me?
what did you say?
I said, do you trust me?
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Vedant. God, I'm the Sultan,
Hello everyone, my name is Anushka and I have played Babcat in Aladdin.
I'm Aditya and I played Jafar.
Hello everyone, my name is Aditya and I played Omar.
Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Mehta and I played Aladdin.
Hello people, my name is Tanuj. I played the Genie's role in the second half of the play.
Hello, my name is Kritika Parwani and I played the role of Kasim.
I'm Sam and I play Aladdin in the second half, also known as Prince Ali.
Hello, I'm Jean.
Hello, I'm Sky and we are busy talking.
Let's do that again. Okay, three.
Why with me?
Time खत्म हो रहा है. Okay.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, say.
What?
Just say. Just say. I don't need to be in the frame.
Say.
अरे भाई यार बोल दे भाई यार. रुको. Welcome to a new episode of the Busy Talking show. We are back with the OG guests Abhi and Sky, and this time it's a special episode because I have interviewed a lot of people, and the topic that we're talking about today is very, very special. So, majorly, we're going to talk about something that has happened in my school, in my new school. I used to live in Hyderabad. If you all have watched the previous episode of Busy Talking, you all will be knowing that Abhi and I have displaced from our original locations due to transfer, and therefore, in this new school that I am in, annual day happened a few weeks back, and it has been one experience. Thankfully, in my case, when I gave my name for annual day, I thought, okay, now usually when annual day is what happens, each class has a dance performance, and that's your annual day. Here, what they have done is the entire thing is a musical. So that people who are signing up for dance are background dancers of the musical. This people who are signing up for singing, they are the main ensemble for the musical, and the people who are signing up for acting, they are basically trying to do all of it all together. So singing, dancing, acting, and all that stuff. And thankfully, costumes here was very, very pretty. Costumes of what, you may ask? I just forgot to tell you all what this annual day is actually about. In my school, we had the annual day, and it was a musical, the Aladdin musical, the Aladdin Junior musical. And so for that, more than 400 students, participated. Not only 400, I think 500 students were part of this massive project. Background dancers, singers, actors. So it was a massive project, and trust me, costumes were actually very very nice, and the Aladdin costumes, all of them were actually appropriate for what it is like shown in the movies. It's almost the same. It's almost the same. Also, would like to ask you all, what do you all know about Aladdin in general?
This Aladdin particularly thing that dates back when my parents were kids. Because I have heard stories from them because like the movie was originally animated in a whole like it's a 1 hour or 2 hour movie.
Yeah.
When it was animated originally, but what DD National, the channel of India, did was like break it down into parts, and they used to show part by part. And my parents used to talk about it like when we were kids. Then we used to watch this show. Like we got bare minimum amount of cartoons at that time, so we used to watch this particular thing. And like I did not had to suffer something like that. Like my parents bought the original CDs and all, and I watched the first and second part. That was animated. In live action, there is only a single film as of now, but in the animated part, there are two films.
Yep.
And both are like enormous and huge stories with lot of fiction, like genies and all, flying carpets, and yeah. So it's basically a very pretty much interesting story.
In this next segment, I talk to Kritika, Anushka, Arav, and Abhiditya, who played Babkak, Omar, Aladdin, and Kasim. And these guys really had to like worked hard, to get to that level, to be part of the main cast, and to sing and dance. And I asked them regarding what they have done, like to reach that level, and how this entire workshop helped them in general. It was a fun conversation. Enjoy. So, would you like to share how it was working with Ben Sir and how he introduced you all to your new skill of dancing? So, whoever wants to start first.
So during the dance practices, Ben Sir showed me the coolest dance moves, and he encouraged me to always wear a smile on my face, and he made sure that I got the steps down pat, and also taught me how to coordinate everything smoothly. And it wasn't just about the moves, it was about dancing happily and looking good doing it.
Nice. Who's next?
I'll say it.
Sure.
So like Ben Sir is an absolute legend. Like when he has to choose a character, he'll go into it. He'll pick the talents which the person does not even know itself. Like I didn't know that I could sing. I didn't know I could do that well. I'm actually so grateful to Sir that he actually chose me for that, and it helped me a lot in schooling and other curricular activities.
Working with professional like Ben Sir was a great thing for us and maybe for everyone. And in dance, basically Pratishta ma'am and Ben Sir both helped us. Pratishta ma'am like polished our more dance, and she used to be there when we all needed the practice. Like she also arranged practice for four of us, and it was really fun with them. So yeah.
So nice. Like you all, attained a new skill, which most of y'all were not even aware of that you all possessed. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to dance, to that degree that you all did, because mine was more of slow songs. More of the focus was on singing, and
Like romance.
yeah, and also, yeah,
I'm jealous.
he's always jealous. So Arav and I, not only Arav, Abhiditya as well, three of us had originally auditioned for Aladdin. And if I'm correct, all of us thought there's going to be only one person who could be the Aladdin. We were not aware that there are going to be two. So I'll tell my perspective of how the auditions felt like. I'll start with Abhiditya. How was the auditions? How did you get to know about it? What did you do? What did Sir ask you to do?
Okay, so first day I sang a whole new world, and like it was not perfect, but eventually I developed after 2-3 days when Sir called me at Saturday. I think so you were also there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the final round of audition. So Sir called me and can you play one jump ahead and can you sing it? So Sir told me about the script and the lyrics. So and then eventually he gave me the lines of Omar. And then Sir was like, I would like Sam, Abhiditya and Arav to be with me at Monday. So that was the first thing I remember, as you know.
Arav, what was your experience auditioning? How did you get to know, this thing is happening in school? How did you get the role?
So during auditions, I was zero. I had to start from scratch. it was like I had to learn everything. I knew a bit of acting and a bit of dancing, but during singing, it was extremely hard for me because Sir used to he had a piano with him, which was a big brain. He used to use some keys and do the voicing up and down, which was it helped me a lot. I was 0, then I went came to 50, then 100, then I gave my ultimate best, and then it was it was amazing the way he taught each and every person, not only me and Sam, each and every person equally, and that too equally. There are so many characters, like there were more than 600, 700 students, and each of them with perfection he taught, and all during auditions also.
I was expecting a person, who would be very, very strict, a perfectionist, and if you mess up just a little bit, you're out of the entire show. That's what I was expecting. And with this fear, I slowly entered into this room where I first met Mr. Ben Johnson, who we call Bensa. And he turned out to be very, very sweet, genuinely very, very sweet. So I was told that I had to sing. So he, comforted me. He was like, all right, take your time, take a deep breath. All right, go on, sing. So I sang my song, which he, seemed to like. And then he said, okay. He gave me 4 pages. 2 contained lines and 2 contained lyrics. He said, it's going to be a bit tough, but still try your best to learn these by tomorrow. You're going to be called tomorrow again. It was the second round of auditions. I managed to locate the place where the auditions happened. And guess what I saw? There are 12 Aladdins and 12 Jasmines waiting to get selected. So, I told Ben, sir, I've tried my best. I'm going to try my best, but please, please consider the fact that I had less time. He said, like, yeah, I know you were given less time. So, he brought my stress levels down. Finally, after many days, we got to know that I'm playing Aladdin in the second half of the story, where, he's Prince Ali, and Arav plays Aladdin in the first half. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm so, so thankful to Ben Sir and everyone who, arranged this massive program. Thanks for believing in me that I could, play this role. And the strange fact is that the day I joined the school, if I would have joined just a day late, I could have never become Aladdin. It was the last day of auditions for Aladdin. So, fate played its role. I tried my best. And Ben Sir, thank you for, taking me. That's my audition story. So now we'll come to that side. Babka, Kumar, and Kasim are characters that were not present in the live action nor in the animated movies. The Abu the monkey was not present in Aladdin Jr. These 3 people are the best friends of Aladdin, and their entire and props to the 3 of y'all, because y'all basically ran the show. Because we came in and we went out, but y'all were the ones who were up now. Scene 10 to scene 11 transition. We got to save Aladdin. Okay, now second half. So y'all had the entire responsibility of coordinating different scenes, because y'all were the ones that transitioned, and y'all had a major role in giving reactions to what the others are saying, which I know Kritika has worked pretty much on. I think so, because I've seen the recordings. I've seen Kritika reacting to every single sentence that I said. I've seen Abhiditya also doing that. Anushka has also done that. So 3 of y'all, props to all of you. 3 of y'all, y'all have done great in terms of reaction. Mind to share your acting process.
And Benser told us that the part of Babka Kumar Kasim was main because Aladdin will change, Jasmine will change.
Parishka will change.
How dare you? All of you standing around here.
And Genie will change, but we 3 have to guide the show because we would remain the same, and Sir told that we had an important job and so on things. So yeah.
Kritika, what about you? I know we both of us are known for sending a lot of heartfelt messages to Ben Sir. I have sent a lot of them. So I know you've worked pretty hard on this. So what was your acting process?
So initially, I underestimated the difficulty of the audition process at first. So the first audition proved to be challenging, resulting in rejection. And yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, in the first audition, I was rejected. And I was pretty sad at first, but then I decided to try again for second audition. But I faced rejection once more.
Oh God, ye kab hua? And then?
Yeah, that happened. And even in third one, I guess I was rejected. But when I went for the fourth one, I got selected, and it seemed the selection criteria was very difficult. And however, I persisted, and after multiple attempts, I eventually succeeded in becoming Kasim.
If anyone wants my number, so ले सकते हो. There's no problem in taking my number.
यहाँ काट दूंगा. यहाँ काट दूंगा.
The problem. Hey, yes, let me speak. And my number is 98.
98 triple उसका चलो. Jai Mata Di, let's rock.
Super, fantastic, outstanding, mind-blowing, historic. Jai Mata Di, let's rock.
ये रोको, इसका वीडियो फिर से पॉज हो गया. रुको 1 second. Kritika, what about your acting process?
So it was pretty long. And about my auditions, how did I crack them? In my quest to nail those auditions, I turned my home into a live concert venue. I practiced those songs so much that even my pet goldfish could hum along, like literally. By the time I got selected, my parents and each and every family member were practically singing backup vocals in their sleep.
After having this conversation, I really felt the amount of hard work that they have put in to get to this level of showmanship. I genuinely respect the fact that Kritika did not stop trying, and I genuinely respect everyone in this conversation who had put so much of hard work and made this show a successful one. In this next segment, I talked to Kavira and Anushka, who were part of the main ensemble, and I interviewed them about and asked them about their singing methods, what they were taught, and what impact Benzer created on them, and how they felt about this massive program called the Aladdin.
So, main ensemble, most of the songs weren't really that hard. I think the song we, as a whole, main ensemble faced the most difficulty with was High Adventure. Because of the high notes. Honestly, it was difficult for me too. But then, with the regular breathing exercises and the regular, how Benzer taught us to regulate our voices, it got easier on the day of the show. I mean, yeah, at first it was nerve-wracking. A lot of people were, nervous. People behind me were almost like, nahi hoga. But then again, Benzer was there. He was smiling in front of us. He was making sure that we were comfortable on it and all. And then, I like to thank Benzer for that.
Yeah. How about Kavira?
Okay, main ensemble was like one of my favorite part in the whole, the play, because I like to sing a lot, and because of that main ensemble, I was like very happy with my role actually. Many people were not, but I was actually very happy. And as Anya said that, yes, High Adventure was very hard. High Adventure and one more song was A Whole New World, because both of them were actually a little, uneasy to crack.
Yeah.
So that's why. But, Benzer made us do everything. Yes, the main thing was that High Adventure had a very, very difficult lyrics. I stumbled about 5 to 4 times in the main show to crack that song. But then it went quite easily.
High Adventure, the problem with High Adventure is not a problem, it's a tough song. It has a lot of lyrics, it's very fast, and the tunes are, very contrasting. Kabhi low ho jata hai, then suddenly high, then and it's like this tune progressions. Hats off to the both of y'all and the entire main ensemble, who, sang the song very, very well. And yeah, I mean, singing is pretty hard, especially when it's like done live and the coordinating it with so many people. So I would also like to want to know how you all felt about working with Benzer and what you feel about Aladdin. How was the program? Your best experiences. Ananya first, if you want to speak.
Yeah. So I think throughout the whole podcast, I'm just going to be praising Benzer. So yeah, I mean, Benzer actually made it very easy. So I've been in the school since first grade, and I've done about 7 shows.
Nice.
But not live singing, right? Live singing was it makes you nervous. As soon as you hear it, it makes you nervous. It was done in like 23 years in our school, and it had to be perfect. So with Benza, I didn't feel it had to be perfect. It felt that all we had to do was have fun, and that's honestly what we needed to keep going. Honestly, so Benza, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless because he's a very great personality. That's all I'd like to say. Also, I'd like to thank him for the day we had that movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking to the other guys regarding this, that before that, all the the other people who were working on like the background dancers and the singers, there was like this other than y'all were pretty dedicated, but some background dancers, because they have been doing this, it's in the sun, it's hot, and the dedication was going down and down. They were not feeling emotionally connected with the project. But after that movie, just the dedication for Aladdin just skyrocketed after that.
Yeah, so it was basically a movie we all needed.
It's a movie we all needed, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, Kavira, how about you?
Okay, for me, Ben Sir is indescribable. I have learned Indian classical music and I am very fond of that. But Western music was a new exposure for me, and Ben Sir made it easy for me to learn it. And he like practiced every note, like okay, this will go down, this will go up, and he told me each and everything. So for me, he was like, as Ananya said, he is actually, I'm speechless for telling anything about him. And for me, Ben Sir was actually a great mentor because he taught me a lot of things. So to like teach me singing. So I'm just very fond of Ben Sir.
I mean, everyone is. I'm the Benser's biggest fanboy. I'm very thankful to him because there was a lovely conversation with the both of them. Learned quite a lot about their singing methods, and also we spoke quite a lot about Benser. So I would like to ask Abhi about debating for a reason. Tell me, I know you have a debating background, so tell me what are the skills that are necessary for debating?
So while debating, you must be requiring for the continuous thinking, because when someone answers a point, you have to be ready to conflict or reply for that. So you have to always be ready and find out what they're trying to say and what could have been done, what could be done, so that you can oppose them. Usually, like, while debating, you must maintain a good posture. Like, not exactly posture, but you have to be disciplined.
So this is the exact same thing that I talked to somebody called Vedant, who I met on the just before entering into the auditions, and he was also going to go in, and he played Jasmine's father, the Sultan. So I asked him about his debating background and how it affected his acting.
See, the thing is, in debating, you have to be very quick about your thoughts, because on one side you are giving your entire 8-minute speech from these 4 words that you've written down on a piece of paper, right? And on the other hand, the opposition are bombarding you with these POIs because they want to ask you things, but you don't want to tell them those things, right? Because then your entire case gets broken down. So debating really teaches you how to think on your feet. So right. So in theater, that skill is necessary because there's one actor, he forgot his cue. The light man forgot where to shine the spotlight. The music guy forgot his cue, right? So you have to be able to make up for those little mistakes that everyone makes, because at the end of the day, we are all human. You have to be able to make up for those mistakes by yourself, right? Because you can't really rely on anyone else in theater. You can't rely on anyone else to remember their lines. So yeah, that's basically what debate does for me. It
Yeah.
makes me to think on my feet.
I also infer that debating has so it allows you to, what do you say, do a lot of improv, a lot of improvisation in your acting. And I also realized, I feel because you have a debating background, it was also easier for you to learn the script very quickly, because I remember you were like, you didn't spend a lot of time learning. It was more of like you picked it up 2 times, you like went through it, you picked it up very very quickly. Uske baad you are like ready with your lines. So I think debating does that for you as well.
Definitely.
There was a great conversation with Vedant. Got to know about how he thinks about acting, and how debating has genuinely helped him to be one step ahead from everyone else. So I'm aware that Sky, you have an acting background. Your entire family writes scripts and performs plays, and you're very very good at it. You are pretty good at it. So How do you work about acting? What's your thoughts on it?
So basically, there are a few skills required for good acting, and like I'll start with the most important one, that is stage fear. So like most of the people who are trying to get in the acting field or trying to act for a certain purpose or a certain skit, so the most common problem they face is stage fear. Like rehearsal में तुमने ठीक किया है, तुम कर अच्छा रहे हो, and then when you go on the stage, you get nervous. So that nervousness part is like really, really dangerous for any actor out there. Okay, so second thing is practice. Like I myself have messed up a few acts because of less practice, and I guess yeah.
In this next segment, I talked to Vibodh, who played Jafar, and Tanuj, who played Genie in the second half. And they share their acting methods, what they had worked upon, their homework that they had done at home, how they polished their acting. And while interviewing them, they also ended up asking me quite a few questions, and we ended up complimenting each other quite a lot. So enjoy this next segment. So I would like to, discuss with both Tanuj and Vibodh regarding their acting methods. I'll start with Vibodh.
I think before the audition, I have like Googled some very, very weird things. Like, what's the worst thing about Jasmine? Why does Jafar hate the Sultan? And I really try to connect them to people in my life. I won't even say who I hate, because they might just be seeing this podcast. But yeah, so I just, while acting, I imagined Aladdin and Jasmine as those people, and I just acted like that.
Yeah, so a lot of, taking inspiration from real life, which is a massive part of acting, is in acting, none of your skills go to waste. Whatever you have been doing in the past, always, add up to your character. Let me ask something to Tanuj as well. What about your acting methods? Because you are playing a character that's completely opposite of your personality. It doesn't match you in any way. You're more of a chill, mellow dude. And Genie is more of a lot of expressions, a lot of energy, and people in real life are usually not like this. I could only name a few people like Robin Williams himself, Jim Carrey, and Ranveer Singh. That's it. That's about it. So, what did you do to bring that level of energy on stage and in your performance?
Okay, so honestly, the first thing I auditioned for was like Aladdin's role, and like the song I sang was what do you call it? Night Changes by One Direction. Seems like Hector is not exactly a One Direction fan, so like I did not get in for like Aladdin, and like that's good because like Sam got a chance and Aru got a chance at it, and like they're way much better at like playing Aladdin.
Oh, thanks a lot.
The things that I did for like portraying Genie on like stage is like Genie is one of the toughest characters to like actually portray. And like if you'd see like through all plays or like somewhat of representing a character on stage, the kind of personality that the Genie possesses is absolutely different to any character on the stage. So like even though the first time I watched Aladdin was like Will Smith's version of Genie, so like that is what is mostly inspiring for me. But like Robin Williams did exactly a great job at the portraying of Genie, and like Genie is like a fun guy who likes to express himself and likes to flex his muscles in like front of people. So like that is somewhat a tough thing to do, but like I had fun portraying it because like I've seen people actually do it well.
And just love the line, some classy joint. So just great job, both of y'all, Vibodh and Tanuj.
My favorite line is that one. If I were the queen, I would have the power to get rid of you. Like Saptak says it so.
Saptak says it like very nicely. There's a certain demand of acting. कि थोड़ा more expressive, a little bit of more more of voice modulation with every word that you say. If you're saying a word like hi, and then if it's a word that denotes something like negative or dark, low, and those voice modulations were things that were like completely in my blood. So I used to speak in that way. Ki, oh, why don't we go out tonight? Hey, I know. Can you see the mountain? Yeah, so because most of the competitions that I used to participate in were mostly, those competitions where you had to present yourself in that way to impress the judges, and that's why we won the prizes as well. And it's always I'm playing that depressed student who suddenly gets some solution, and then he's going like all energy and stuff. So that's like a sudden sharp contrast. Usually that's what my acting roles are. So I'll be like, oh, I'm failing my exams, but guess what, I have a new app. So that was my acting. So I went from that, and then I guess sir felt it was all right. I sent recordings to Ben sir of acting, like 2 videos, and showed him what I had been doing. See, there's nothing wrong in playing a character like that. Something that has a lot of expressions, a very expressive character. There's nothing wrong with acting like that, and it's a completely different branch of acting. But the fact is that Aladdin is a very gentle character, and it cannot have that type of acting. That's for something else, that sort of acting. It's for characters like Genie, Iago, and even a little bit of Jafar. But being having so much of voice modulation is not very applicable for Aladdin. That's the best way to say it. But the fact was that I had been doing this for a long, long time. I've been performing my lines in this way since I've been, sort of typecast into these sorts of roles in the past. So when I was, told, you have to bring it down, you have to, perform in a grounded way, I really had to work very, very hard, to bring that reality and that gentleness. And that is when I, took references from different scenes, different movies, English, Hindi, both. I've seen a lot of clips while, researching for Aladdin. And one of the most major influences on my acting, one of my biggest references, is Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. Oh boy, do I love Shah Rukh Khan. I'm his, one of his biggest fans. And because he is pretty much good at expressing all sorts of emotions. He's a great actor. He acts with his eyes. And the way, he plays a romantic lead, he can play an action hero, he can play a villain. All of these different shades of Shah Rukh Khan's characters is what I took as a reference, which helped me quite a lot, because even Shah Rukh in real life has, that sense of, gentleness that Aladdin has. So I, tried to bring that from him. Plus, I watched so many other actors and a lot of other, clips, to see and, experiment on how to deliver the lines. Yeah, so I used to record myself. I sent certain recordings to Ben sir as well. So yeah, it was hard, to transform from that type of acting to a different one. And now, because I had the opportunity to, do so, I can do both. So it's a great opportunity to learn after all. So yeah.
No, just one thing. I have to tell a very funny incident. I just remembered it.
Sure.
Before the auditions, there's two things. So, before the auditions, I was like, okay, there were 2 rounds of auditions, right? The first round, I got the script, and in that there was a scene in which I had to laugh.
Yeah.
If I can pull this villainous laugh off, I'm gonna get this. Because guess what? Most people can't do that laugh.
I know.
They don't know how to use their voice like that. And I was like, yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. And just imagine a guy laughing like crazy, 6 o'clock in the morning, and he's hearing that. And I don't know how, but I went and sang double take for the audition. I sang like Subtext Speaks in the play.
Oh.
That's how I sang. And I sang with maybe expressions. So the dancer was like, do you like acting? He had this straight face while saying this. And I was like, yeah, I think I really messed up. I just think he was just tired because of so many auditions. But he had a straight face. And I was like, yes, I like acting very much. And then it said it like this. And then I came and laughed like a crazy man on the second audition. And then I was like, yes, good. That's what he said.
So to conclude, yeah, go on.
Sam was talking about the procedures he used for acting and the changes he found. But when I first saw Sam doing the Aladdin impersonation, after that I can imagine no one doing this Aladdin thingy or the character except Sam, because he does it so well.
Thanks, brother.
The nervous Aladdin when he's in front of the princess, nobody can do it as well as Sam.
Thanks, brother.
One scene, I know Ma or something, but you have the lamp and you
Yeah.
That scene was my favorite. You legit said the way you say Ma was just so emotional. I legit felt it.
These 2 scenes, I want to make you proud of me, Ma. And then the last scene where I'm saying goodbye to Tanuj, it's I made sure that I did what Vibodh did. He imagined that there are bad guys, like the people you hate, in front of you. I imagined bad things happening to the people that I love the most, family and stuff. So I made sure that I was disappointed. like I was broken to the core when I'm saying those lines, and I made sure that happened. So I believe that is why the it that emotion was conveyed. Tanuj, I would like to talk to you as well. You've had a massive transformation even on the day of the program. What were you thinking? What was going in your head?
Okay, firstly, about like 30 seconds before the show, I got to know like the girls were sitting in like the audience. So like you need to prop up when you're like actually going to present in front of the girls. So like that is one and like the most important reason why I actually like got like jacked up by this performing. But like the second thing was like the kind of energy that Sam portrays on the stage and like when he's
Bye.
does actually deserve a better genie. So I was like, I need to do it well for like him and also for like the girls. The girls are the most important. Like, and like I got the appreciation, so like I don't mind it.
Yeah, he got the appreciation.
He got the appreciation. I'm sure your parents, my parents, and Benson would love to hear that.
Yeah. You just can't say the name, right?
औरत का चक्कर बाबू भैया औरत का चक्कर
Cut the top editor. So like the lamp thingy that is supposed to be there when like Jafar picks it up. The teachers were supposed to do that, but I was doing that backstage.
Thanks, brother. I had told this guy, please handle the lamp because the lamp is massive. And so now we must talk about the iconic song "A Whole New World" that Parishka, who played Jasmine in the second half, and I had the responsibility. And trust me, it was a huge responsibility because it's a very, very iconic song. People remember it very vividly, and we had to nail it. And there are certain complexities associated with it because firstly you have to sing it properly, there's a lot of harmonies and stuff going on. Next thing, our magic carpet, aka the stairs, it comes into the stage in the dark, so you could barely see anything, and your lyrics have to be coordinated with the screen on the back because certain things will happen to the sky on the background and it has to match up with the dialogues. So it was a massive responsibility, but thankfully we nailed it. Hats off to Barishka. She sang very, very well. And I think I did pretty good too. And well, Tanuj has a lot to say about this song, and he has a lot of reasons to love this song. So take it away, Tanuj.
A Whole New World is like a truly romantic song, and like when it's my boy Sam like singing it, I'm sitting off stage and I'm like, I was like truly feeling like a wingman. I was like, now Sam has a girl. So like Sam goes onto the stage and like sings it really well. Then like before we actually have opening night, he says that I have a sore throat, and like then goes on stage and like sings amazingly well. I was like, bro, where's the sore throat? You're singing it great.
Thanks, brother.
Like the magic carpet thing is like totally romantic, and like Sam does it very well. I just don't know why Sam is not getting any girls because he should.
When I'm on stage, I'm just like, the girls are watching, you gotta do it.
Tanuj and we both got the same motivation.
Exactly.
That's why we got the attention and you did not.
Genuinely, after having this conversation, I really felt like the different. I got to know about the different methods y'all have taken and your dedication towards the role. So and how well both of y'all have played. Your parts perfectly. Hats off to the both of y'all. So that brings us to the end of the podcast. One thing that I've learned from talking to all these people is one must trust themselves. One must believe that they are the best. Because you should start by believing, and once you believe, no one can stop you, even if you fail. You should always keep on trying. So, thanks to everyone who participated, and thanks to you, my viewers, who watched this till the end. So, do you trust yourself?